just wandering. A slow day from Mongdaemun to Euljiro. So the other day, I did that thing where you just pick a direction and walk. Started over by Mongdaemun. You know, the big gate, Mongdaemun. It's just there, you know, this ancient stone structure, just chilling while taxis and buses whiz past it like it's no big deal. It's been standing there since the Joseon dynasty, just watching the chaos unfold. Kinda nice to have a solid starting point, something that reminds you that this city has been a city for a really, really long time. But I wasn't here for a history lesson. I was here to wander. Right next to the gate, there's this drop down to the Cheonggyecheon stream, and honestly, it's the perfect way to ease into things. You go down a few steps, and suddenly the city just mutes, like someone turned down the volume. The water's trickling over these stones, and it's this little ribbon of quiet cutting through all the concrete. It was a Saturday, so there were families around, kids splashing, couples sitting on the edge, not even talking. It's not exciting, the stream. It's just nice. A good place to breathe for a minute before you dive into the real neighborhood. After about minutes of that, I climbed back up to street level and crossed over, heading north towards Euljiro6-ga. And whoa, the switch is instant. The quiet stream is gone, and you're just dumped into this river of noise and scooters and trucks and people. This is the real deal. Not the shiny department stores, but the wholesale of Mongdaemun. The sidewalks are a mess in a good way. Handcarts piled with fabric and random metal bits are weaving through the crowd, and nobody's mad about it. Everyone just flows around each other. This is the old Euljiro, the industrial heart. For decades, this has been the place for print shops and tool makers, the kind of gritty workshops that built the city. Even now, you'll see these older guys with goggles pushed up on their foreheads, working lathes in shops that are just open to the street. Storefronts are crammed with every screw and pipe fitting you could ever imagine. It's chaotic, it's loud, and it feels so real. Some people might just see a drab old industrial zone, but honestly, there's a beauty to it. The rust on a sign, the way a million bolts are spilling out of a box onto the sidewalk, it's a whole aesthetic. And this grit is what makes the area cool now. Without these workshops, all the hip cafes upstairs would just feel fake. They exist because of this, in this quiet, unspoken coexistence with the guys welding downstairs. As I kept walking west, off the main drag and into the side alleys around Euljiro 3 and 4-ga, the vibe shifted again. This is where the treasure hunt begins. You have to look up, past the grimy storefronts and the spaghetti of electrical wires. You have to notice that tiny, unmarked door next to the print shop, because behind it, up a sketchy-looking staircase, there might a listening bar. I found one by accident. Just saw a faint light and heard some bass, pushed open a heavy door, climbed some metal stairs, and boom, I'm in someone's impeccably curated living room. Vinyl on the walls, a DJ playing mellow jazz in the corner, a mix of stylish 20-somethings and grizzled old guys from the workshops, all just nodding along to the music. It's called The Edge for a reason. You could walk past it 100 times and never know it's there. Finding it feels like you've won a little prize. That's the Euljiro nightlife vibe. Not flashy, just watching and chilling with friends. One place I actually made a point to find was Coffee Hanyekbang. Hanyekbang means herbal medicine clinic, and the name fits. It's tucked away in a tiny alley in Euljiro6-ga, and stepping inside feels like a retreat. Old wooden furniture, classical music, the smell of good coffee. It opened way back in 2014, and honestly, it kind of started this whole hipjiro thing. It was the first to prove that you could put something new and stylish in these old industrial alleys, and people would come. It sparked rejuvenation, but the old is still here, too. Just a few blocks away, I stumbled into Euljiro6-ga. This is a real dabang, a classic Korean tea house from another era. Opened in 1985, it feels frozen in time. Kerosene heater in the corner, old red faux leather sofas, a jummis and a juice smoking and reading newspapers. I ordered a sangyu, this deep, sweet herbal tea with cinnamon and nuts, served with a raw egg yolk floating in it for stamina. It's thick and warming, the kind of drink that fueled night shifts for decades. In one alley, you've got the old and the new, and somehow they just make each other better. The new spots make the old dabang feel even more precious, like a living museum. As the sun went down, the neighborhood did its nightly magic trick. The metal shutters came down on the hardware stores, and as they did, the street lit up. I ended up in Nogari Alley near Euljiro 3-ga. An hour ago, it was just a busy walkway. Now, it's an open-air restaurant. Plastic tables and stools everywhere, filling up fast with people. The The smell of grilled fish and soju fills the air. The move here is simple: dried polak, nogari, and beer. I sat down, tore into this chewy, salty fish, and just watched. Office workers, old-timers, everyone just unwinding together on the sidewalk. It's been like this since the 80s. A cheap way to end the day for the print shop workers. Now the crowd's just bigger and younger, but the ritual is the same. From there, I wandered deeper into the Neon. Neon Alley is this narrow stretch lit up by glowing signs made by local artists. Pink and purple light bouncing off the old brick walls. It's like walking through a dream. Right there, Euljiro Brewing, packed with people spilling out onto the street with pints of IPA. The contrast is wild. Shuttered factory on one side, craft beer bar on the other, and then there's the hidden stuff. I'd read about a bar behind a vending machine. Found it after a few wrong turns, the Ranch Brewing. You just push on the side of this old vending machine facade, and it swings open into a cozy bar. That feeling of being in on a secret, that's pure Euljiro. Ended the night with a taco from Oldie's Tacos, because why not? Line out the door, colorful vibe, ridiculously good messy tacos. It feels completely out of place in this old industrial neighborhood, and yet it fits right in. That's Euljiro for you. Came back the next morning to see it all with fresh eyes. Headed to the Suwon Plaza, this massive brutalist complex from 1968. It's seen better days, but it's being rediscovered. Walked across a pedestrian bridge and found a tiny ramen spot with Chojin serving this perfect, simple bowl of salt ramen. Right next to it, a cafe called Bielse with drip coffee and vinyl records. And all along the walkways, there are these little exhibits showing the old electronics and industrial parts that were made here. The past is just part of the present. It's not being bulldozed, it's being displayed. All around are a gallery, shuttered storefronts with photographs pasted on them. A living gallery without walls, they call it. The art and the messy reality, the tangled cables, the clanging metal, just blend together.